It's been a difficult and unprecedented time for the football world over the last 6 months. How has that affected you and the New Saints in terms of preparation for the new JD Cymru Premier season?
Yeah, first and foremost, I would say obviously affects everybody early on. You know, when you leave the football club on the 20th of March or whatever, and then you don't know what date you're going to return, and you don't know what state the players are going to be in. You don't know what information you've got to give them to stay fit, and it just, it snowballs. The months go by and you're still not aware of what's going on or what you have to be doing. So I think, in the first instance it did. It sort of gets you down and it sort of puts you not in a good place. But having said that, coming back from pre-season, I think we're in a very good position. So on the flip side of that, you have sort of the calm before the storm. Really, it's in the first instance it's one of doubt and trepidation and what's going to happen. But then when you get back, the players have been rejuvenated. They're full of life. They've trained well. They look really fit and strong. The squad's looking good. So you can look at it both ways. I always look at it a positive spin. The glass half full rather than half empty, and always look at it that we've got a league to start tomorrow, that we have got everything to go and prove and show how good we can be and really get that title back.
And although the club hasn't been able to travel to Portugal for the pre-season camp or Scotland to play the likes of Rangers, nevertheless there have been some very good quality opposition in with the pre-season friendlies, and of course the Europa League game has already been played against the Slovakians and won. So again, how important has all that been in terms of looking ahead to the game tomorrow?
Yeah, we were fortunate in the friendlies that we got, some decent level of quality and opposition. Some different places rather than just playing at home all the time. We've had some some good fixtures. I've been really pleased with how they've dealt with it. The squad, not just the players that have started in Europe and come on, but everyone else. Everyone's had some minutes. Hopefully we've shared it out, accordingly and what they need. I said the last friendly on Tuesday, which was excellent on a club point of view, where the young players, we've got 16, 17-year-olds coming on at the end, and I thought we did very well. It's always nice to see the experienced players, giving their value and their thoughts and encouragement to the younger players, and the younger players love being involved with the squad, and it's nice to see.
Although there are 32 league games to come, so it is definitely a marathon rather than a sprint, how important will it be to hit the ground running tomorrow at Jenner Park?
Yeah, you want to make sure that you start well. You're there with, you go into it looking at, can we get maximum points? You don't want to be left behind. Certainly, you get left behind and you're on looking up at the table. Certainly don't want to be looking at that, do we? So I think it's imperative to get a good start, whether that's performance. I always say that performance takes care of the result. Usually 9 times out of 10 it does. So all I'm asking is a good performance that I've seen for the last 8 weeks. The rest takes care of itself.
And the statistics are kind to us as far as this fixture at Jenner Park is concerned, because we've won the last 5 there, and we have to go back to 2003 when we failed to win a game, and that was a 0-0. But I guess once that whistle goes, statistics in some ways don't count anymore.
Yeah, you're away from home, you're against a good side, you're well prepped. They've got some good players, they've had some decent signings as well. So yeah, you can't take too much of the past into consideration, but yeah, we've enjoyed going there. We've seen them recently in a friendly that we played at the Leckwith Stadium as well. So yeah, we know what Barry are about. How they're going to line up, we don't know. That's one thing we don't do, but we can only go on what we've seen previously. And obviously the last team that we played last season was Barry Town. So we won't be taking anything lightly, that's for sure.
And you've certainly been full of praise, and rightfully so, for the squad in the pre-season campaign. One of the questions I often ask you, Scott, is do you have your starting lineup sorted already? And do the players know what it is if you do?
Near enough, but no, they don't yet. We're going to go out and train. We're going to have an hour session and then obviously travel up later. But no, they don't know yet. So there's a couple of things to look at. and decide on. But that's always one where you've got a game following that's very, very important as well. So we need to look at both games and make sure that the right team is selected for either game.
And thinking of the squad that will travel down to Cardiff later today, how important is that, the travelling the day before, in terms of preparation, as opposed to when we played Barrytown United in a pre-season friendly? We left in the morning and arrived there, and an hour or so later we're playing a game.
Yeah, it is. You've got to prepare properly, because you can pick little injuries up. You know, if you don't eat properly, prepare properly, recover properly, then you could be in trouble with slight strains, and we don't want that because of the turnaround of the game. So yeah, staying down before the game, eating well this evening, no travel in the morning, just travel from 20 minutes or whatever. It's very important, and it's all part of the process and doing things properly.
And finally, Scott, in our post-match interview against Salford City, you teased us with the final question, because I asked you, had you made all your transfer signings, or were there possibly one or more to come? And you did say that you were hoping to get one over the line. That has now been completed. We've put the information out there already. So that must be the final piece of the jigsaw?
Yeah, before the start of the season, I'd say, definitely. It's good to get. That's the fourth player. Apart from the young boys that we've signed, obviously in-house, but fourth signing, which gives us more, more balance, more options, more choice. Young boy that's been in an impressionable background early on in his career, and at the right age of 21, willing to, give it a go, and he's on a short-term contract. It's up to him to go and earn a deal.